tonight.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
2 yards the loss, second and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up second and 12. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 34-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw. Meyer. Wide open receiver, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. Operating from the gun. Meyer firing quickly here, and that's complete. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Second and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On third and 2, Meyer. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Seahawks put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they'll be led out by their 9th-year quarterback.
And he's off to a tremendous start here through 2 weeks of the season. Already 9 touchdown passes. Everyone wants to come out and generate a little momentum. He's done that and more, no question about it.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. They run on first down with Jackson. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6. The Niners at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
When you talk about this Seahawk defense, They were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? And he is going to have a 49ers first down, and he's going to have it by plenty, able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. They'll run again with Jackson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
The throw over the middle taken in, and that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now a handoff inside, it's Jackson. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. As they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. They're going to look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown! A 16-yard touchdown. And the Niners are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He was 4-4 on that opening drive, including the touchdown pass, as he'll try again here to duplicate that success, starting with a 1st down. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
On a 2nd and long. It's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
It'll be a gain of 6 that time. As it moves the chains as well. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running right, here's Walker. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Now 2nd and 9. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 34-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Now a 2nd and 2. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Looking to throw. Meyer. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Overstreet. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Meyer. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Meyer. He's got it. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. Walker is in. Touchdown, Seattle.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snap.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Back to throw. Meyer firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Meyer. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running 2, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. So we've hit, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Up a very good call there defensively to challenge that one, as that now will wind up an incomplete pass. On 3rd down, this is Jackson. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the 3rd quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes, you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
Ready, set.
They run again with Jackson. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out in the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does to the tune of a first down.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Now a give. It's Jackson. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Touchdown 49ers. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Niners go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. A 10-play drive that time. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. The 49ers ready to kick it away. And here we go. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. The Seahawks send out their punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Straight ahead, Walker. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Back to throw. Meyer. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. And into the end zone, a pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Well, the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Oh, right on the heels of the pick six, another ball intercepted. And the Niners are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that's going to be incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
On second down, this is Jackson. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Well, trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him now to this point. The offense on third down tonight, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the 49ers are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Looking to throw. Meyer throwing the out route incomplete. That's Collins. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one complete again to Mims. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Back to throw again. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 24-yard line. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. I think this is what the games become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And here just playing for pride at this point. Down big, but they'll go for it on 4th and goal. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. From 13 yards out. And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Touchdown! A great play there. 41 yards. And the 49ers have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
They'll look to throw again. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. To throw on 2nd down, Meyer. He's got his man on the crossing route. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. One final shot. They'll look to throw. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for San Francisco, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves.